Well, maybe that means that. What does that mean? That the police is gonna come at noon and back there?
After, I think, or maybe at 12 or sometime afterwards.
But don't they say they have to give you 3 days notice?
Well, I don't think that. I don't think that applies.
Stephen, how are you feeling today?
Like I have to do a lot of work packing everything in my room up.
So what's the plan now?
There's various methods people are going to use to resist the eviction. One of which people are going to be behind barricades, some people are going to be on the roof, and some people are just going to be like demonstrating at the front.
I guess like what we always planned was to get as many people here as possible. So basically to help defend this place or to make it a big spectacle. But obviously some people who I never met before in my entire life, who are completely unknown to me, may have taken steps to obstruct the police's entry to this place through various means.
If you're going to resist today, what are you fighting for?
It's an interesting point because I don't think we are actually able to physically hold off the cops or whatever, but I think the most important thing we can do is create a history of resistance. This woman who was staying here for a while, who's from Europe, said there's a reason that squatters in Europe have it so much better than squatters in Australia, and that a huge part of that is that squatters in Europe have always defended their squats and made it really hard for them to get kicked out. That sort of thing takes precedence and takes other people having done it before you. I think that's what's really important, having that visible resistance.
Welcome. This is likely to be the last rally outside Faraday Street, outside SHAC. Now is the time for us to call on a resistance against this eviction. SHAC is willing and ready to resist, to make a point that has not yet been made, to make a point that people living on the street, people living under the poverty line, people living on low incomes can take action themselves, can take the initiative and can meet their own needs. So I encourage all of you who support SHAC to get down here over the next couple of hours to resist this eviction, to resist the attempt of the Sheriff's Office to remove us from this building, to make a point about equality in our society, to make a point about equity with access to higher education, to make a point about homelessness. Come down and defend SHAC.
Yeah, this is sort of... Well, that one's like a big thing.
There are very limited options for the people that are living here at the moment, because everybody here is either homeless or in suitable housing precarity. So yeah, pretty much everybody here, when they get evicted, will be homeless. there illegally. The other alternative is to be on the streets, or like people who have lived in garages, you know, really, really poor, inadequate accommodation. And so I think it's more of a question of, you know, what right do people actually have to be housed safely and secure.
Yeah, just like with me.
You know, have housing plans as well.
This is a significantly important public issue. This is not simply about 4 properties on Faraday Street outside the University of Melbourne. It's a much broader issue than that, and that's why the members of SHAC are prepared to be arrested.
Well, this is the rally to defend the SHAC from its under threat in the university and the police force that they've decided to use on us.
So what's happening? Are the police coming or not?
Yeah, it's in flux. We're not exactly sure what is happening at the moment. We're having contradictory reports from different segments of the police, which may even itself be orchestrated, like to false alarm everyone again, like yet again.